The year was 1924. Calvin Coolidge became the first president of the United States to deliver a radio broadcast from the White House. American media company MGM is founded in Los Angeles, California. And schoolteacher Frank Stewart opens a restaurant in Mansfield, Ohio. Stewart's restaurants are classic early 1900s-style fast food restaurants located in New Jersey, Maryland, Missouri, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Florida. The first Stewart's Drive-In was opened by Frank Stewart in 1924. Stewart opened up a small stand to make extra money in the summer to supplement his income as a schoolteacher. The Stewart's chain became a franchise in 1931. The Stewart's restaurants are famous for their fountain drinks and their hot dogs. Over the years, the restaurant chain has been bought by several families until it was purchased by Frosty's Enterprise in 1971, which was purchased by Moxie Industries. In 1979, the company was handed over to a new company, De Novo Corporation, which also operates Dog and Studs franchise in the Midwest. De Novo still owns Stewart's restaurants. As the restaurants grew in popularity, so did their famous fountain drinks. So much so that 66 years after the opening of the original restaurant, in 1990, the bottling rights to Stewart's were acquired to the Cable Car Beverage Corporation, and Stewart's root beer was bottled for Americans to enjoy. Before 1990, the only way someone could enjoy Stewart's soda was by going to the restaurant. As the popularity of the root beer grew, the Cable Car Beverage Corporation released new flavors. In 1992, Stewart's Cream Soda and Ginger Brew was introduced. Orange Cream was released in 1995. Then in 1997, the Cable Car Beverage Corporation was purchased by Triarch. Also in 1997, Key Lime and Cherries and Cream was released. Stewart's Grape was introduced in 1998, and Stewart's Peach in 1999. Then in 2000, Canberra Schweppes acquired the Stewart's brand along with Snapple and Mystic brands for $1.45 billion. A year later, in 2001, Stewart's introduced Strawberries and Cream, Black Cherry, and Birch Beer. Stewart's root beer was so loved that it was named the top root beer at the 2006 World Cup of Root Beer. But now it's time to test out Stewart's root beer for ourselves.
Hello guys, it's Tyler Big over here. I'm with Steven, my brother Billy, Justin. We're going to be reviewing Stewart's Soda, which they're most famous for their root beer. It also is kind of like A&W because it started off as a restaurant chain, and then it got purchased, I think, like 70 years after its first launch of a restaurant. So now, this is what pretty much everyone knows Stewart's for. It is their root beer. And so I'm excited to try it.
Root cool.
How many root beers are you going to make me try? I feel like every time I think there's no more, you pull out another one.
I know. Yeah, it's great.
He searches far and wide across the
Yeah,
land.
great.
You mean I go to...
That is the word I would
With
use.
the sun, gotta taste them all.
I mean, I am not looking forward to this at all.
Well, that's because you absolutely despise root beer. And I say despise, and I mean it. So let's get ready to smell the soda.
It smells like root beer.
That is a root beer.
Spoiler alert.
It smells like a creamy root beer, in my opinion. There's a mature root beer and a creamy root beer. So let's take a nice drink. So I'll start. I love root beer. This is a good root beer. It's definitely not up there with Dad's or Higher's root beer, because I think those guys are much better. But this is a good root beer. It has a nice cream balance. It has, well, the flavor is balanced really well. Not as well as Higher's or, again, Dad's root beer, which are pretty much my two favorites. But this is a root beer that I could see myself drinking, and it is nice. It does pull back a little bit of the flavor at one part, which I don't really know how to describe, but I like it. It's a good root beer.
The way I would rate this based on the root beers that I've tried before is the root beers I like more are creamier, and the ones I don't like are bitier, have more of the black licorice feel. This is a bitey root beer. A little more, not too bitey. It's bitey enough. I would say like 60% bite, 40% cream. But that's more than enough to make me not like it quite as much.
I think you and me had a different opinion, but okay.
Well,
I am
that's the
going
whole
to
point
argue
of
that.
having multiple.
You're gonna
people.
argue that?
Yeah, that was a creamy root beer if I've ever had one.
Same here, yeah, I
it
thought
was
so.
good root beer.
Yeah.
It went down smooth. It's very nice. I've had bitey root beers that were just bite.
Yeah.
That went down smooth, and it is a good
It is a real good.
Not to say I didn't have noticed the cream. I just noticed more bite.
Which I guess if you don't like root beer, you're gonna go to the bite first.
Yeah. And Billy,
Not
I'm still gonna ask you, even though I kind of already know what you think.
I can now add another soda to do not drink list.
Okay. So I got
Which is
that.
all the root beer.
So anyway, my rating for this soda, I'm gonna give this an 8.5 out of 10. It is a good root beer. I mean, it doesn't stand out as like, oh, this is the most special root beer I've ever had, like Hires or Dad's, but this is a good root beer. I really do enjoy it. It's very creamy, and it does have a sense of bite. I think it is more cream, but that's my opinion. So, as I said, 8.5 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Being on this show, I have tried many root beers, and that is not among my favorites.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Because it is good for me. I enjoyed the creamy bit of it, and I have had Stewart's before, and it's something I would definitely drink again.
And Billy, your rating.
So I have had lots of root beers on this show, and just like Steve has, and I hate them all. But this one was pretty bad, so I'm gonna give it a 2008 Detroit Lions team out of 10.
If you do not know, the Detroit Lions won no games, so Billy is saying a 0 out of 10. So thank you guys for watching.
Stewart's is a good soda. Even though we all didn't enjoy it was still nice to try this classic root beer. If you get a chance to try Stewart's, I say give it a shot. Hey guys, so this episode is part of a longer review where me, Steven, Justin, and Billy try out 3 other Stewart's flavors, which are key lime, orange cream, and cream soda. Click on the annotations or links in the description to see us review those sodas. Thank you for watching.